As-Salaamu Alaykum Wa Rahmatullahi, guys. Josh here, back with another video. Welcome back, MTG Nation. Hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk to you about motivation. Specifically, if you feel like you have no motivation left to do anything in your life, and that's why you can't get anything that you desire, well today, dude, I'm finna show you and teach you how to never rely on motivation again with a tree. That's right, you heard me right. I'm gonna teach you how to never need motivation with a tree, dude. If that sounds interesting, let's jump in. Now you know your boy always goes the extra mile to deliver the best content to you, inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So we didn't choose just any tree, bro, to teach you how to not need motivation. We chose the 2019 biggest tree in Nashville, bro. Right behind me is the 2019 winner of the big old tree contest here in Nashville, Tennessee. Took me 35 minutes to get here, and inshallah, this is what we're going to use to teach you how to never need motivation again. I'm going to teach you a simple and proven 3-step process to break everything down so you never need motivation again. It's pretty crazy, man. When I showed up here, you know, they're closed today, but they're like, "Are you part of the filming crew?" And I'm like, I'm shooting a YouTube video, but I'm not part of the filming crew, man. So alhamdulillah, it's pretty crazy. I guess like they're having some show that hasn't aired yet. They actually have like a big film crew that keeps coming through to shoot whatever show they're fitting to shoot. I'm like, nope, just a normal YouTuber, man. But hey, can I film this tree? They're like, oh yeah, go for it. So alhamdulillah for that. We ain't getting kicked out, inshallah. Now, the very first thing, guys, that you have to consider with regards to why you always struggle with motivation, you have to ask yourself, why do you desire this thing, right? This thing that bothers you, and why you're not motivated, whether it's the gym, finances, spirituality, relationships, or whatever it is that you are deeply, deeply desiring. You have to ask yourself why. Because you might just be following society, dude. You might just be following and looking up to someone else on social media or a family member or something like that, thinking that this thing is going to give you happiness. It's going to make you happier. That the grass is greener on the other side. So you have to actually break it down and get truthful with yourself and honest with yourself and say, dude, do I even really want this thing? And if not, then let it go so that you don't have to be motivated. Now, if you say to yourself, no, Josh, it's not because of influencers or because I've seen this guy on social media or this girl on social media and they look so happy and that's why I want this thing, but it's truly because it's something that I know will actually bring me happiness and fulfillment in my life. Well, if that's the case, man, then what you have to do is you have to really ask yourself, why is this important? You have to keep asking yourself, why? What are the pros of this thing? Why is this thing gonna make me happier? Why is it going to fulfill me? And I'm gonna share a little secret with you. If it's a materialistic thing, that is perfectly fine. You're gonna have a lot of people tell you, oh man, materialistic things don't make you happy. That is a lie, dude. That's an absolute lie, alright? Materialistic things make you happy, but they don't fulfill you, right? Unless you use them to serve others. Otherwise, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, I have a bow at the house, which you see me shoot all the time. I can tell you for dang sure, alhamdulillah, that bow makes me happy. That's a materialistic thing. But it makes me dang happy, alhamdulillah. But it also fulfills me, alhamdulillah, because I'm using it to serve myself and serve my family. I'm using it because I want to actually harvest meat. I want to go bow hunting and give my family and my friends and my community the highest quality, best protein on the planet, alhamdulillah. So if it's a materialistic thing, go for it, dude. If that makes you happy, if that's what motivates you, then go for it. But you have to connect deeply with your why. Why, and list as many as you can. If you gotta bust out a piece of paper, piece of paper and a pen, jot it down, or your phone, and list reason after reason after reason after reason after reason why this is a pro, why this is a good thing, why this is going to benefit you, and why this is going to make you happy.
سبح لله ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم له ملك السماوات والأرض يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير هو الأول والآخر والظاهر والباطن وهو بكل شيء عليم هو الذي خلق السماوات والأرض في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش يعلم ما يلج في الأرض وما يخرج منها وما ينزل من السماء وما يعرج فيها وهو معكم أينما كنتم والله بما تعملون بصير.
What's up, guys? Right behind me is a $1.6 million house, Alhamdulillah, which I'm finna take you inside and show you around and explain to you why this is so critically important with regards to not needing motivation anymore. But before we discuss that, man, I want to talk to you about the merch that your boy's been rocking in today's video. Now, your boy has been rocking the MTGNATION face mask and the Master Potter hoodie. If you don't know what that is by now, man, Alhamdulillah, I chose the logo of a clay block. You might look at that clay block and be like, dude, that is boring, Josh. That is lame. It's like useless, dude. You look at a clay block, you're like, it's useless, man. It's not very valuable. And that's how we look at ourselves a lot of times. Because we're unmotivated, because we're not accomplishing anything, we're like, dude, I'm useless. I'm not very valuable. I don't really have high self-esteem and high confidence, man. This is a reminder to us that, dude, Allah Azza wa Jal, He created you and me out of clay, right? He could have chosen anything in His infinite wisdom, and yet He chose clay. And anybody who knows anything about clay knows that you can transform, mold, and sculpt clay into anything. All you gotta do is do a simple Google search, and you're gonna find everything from pots, amazing pottery, to sculptures, which I know is test weird, and I'm not promoting test weird. I'm simply trying to make a point, to 3D sculptures, architecture, and the list goes on. You can literally make anything out of clay. And if that's the case with clay, and Allah Azza wa Jalla made you and me out of clay, that means that we can transform, sculpt, and mold our lives into anything that we want as well. So that is why I chose the clay block, because for the person who is the master potter, the expert, they can visualize and look at this clay block and go, dude, I can literally make anything that I want out of that. And that is the same for your life, man. For your life and mine. You can mold and sculpt your fitness, your body, your finances, your spirituality, your relationships, anything that you want, man. You can literally mold your life into anything that you want. And that's why I say you are the master potter of your life. We're the master potter of our lives, guys. So if you want to pick up some of this amazing merch, hit that first link down in the description below. It's gonna get you 10% off your first order. It's gonna support the channel, and it's gonna remind you that you are the master potter of your life, that you can mold, shape, transform your life into anything that you want, and that you don't have to rely on motivation. So again, hit that first link down in the description below, get your 10% off your order, and enjoy some merch. Now guys, the reason why I brought you into a house like this is because this is one of the best ways to figure out what really motivates you, what really inspires you, and what you can really connect with. Because this is the litmus test, man. You may come into a house like this and be like, dude, it's not what I want. Not because you can't afford it, or you don't believe you can afford it, but you honestly and sincerely think to yourself, dude, I just don't actually want this. I thought I did, but I really don't. Or you might say, this is exactly what I want. Or you might even say, dude, this isn't enough. I have higher ambitions. I want more, which is totally fine, inshallah. At the end of the day, this is a great way to connect with your desires physically, man. Because you need to, like I said earlier in the video, make a list of things that, you know, inspire you, right? The reasons why you need this thing, why this is a pro, why this is something that's beneficial to you. But you also need to make a list of things that are negative consequences if you don't take action. And the reason why I bring that up, man, is because you have to stack pain points and inspirational points. You have to connect with your reasons on a deep emotional and physical level, man, right? You have to connect with them, the painful points, the reasons why. If you don't do this, what are the consequences financially? What are the consequences spiritually? With regards to your relationships, with regards to your health or whatever. What are the consequences? And make it a list of all the reasons, all the things that if you don't go ahead with this, if you don't pursue this desire of yours, these are the negative consequences, which is, it could be, I don't work out, I don't go to the gym, I don't eat right, I don't pay attention to my finances, I don't pay attention to my relationships. What are the negative consequences a year from now, 2 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, at the end of your life? And so, again, we have to connect with them in a physical, like this, where you can actually touch it, and an emotional level, man. So we got kicked out of that place, man. Yeah. Have I ever told you how much fun it is to actually take you on these sketchy adventures, to get you shots that I may or may not even be able to get, because I might get kicked out? Well, if I haven't, it's a blast, bro. Now, with that being said, let's get back to the topic. Now, at the beginning of this video, I made a promise that I was going to teach you how to never need motivation again with a tree, bro. And I'm fitting to make good on that promise, inshallah. So right behind me, guys, is a bunch of trees. And what I'm trying to get to here is, when you think about a tree, man, you should be thinking about its roots, the root system. How deep do those roots actually go? And that's why I took you to that tree at the beginning of this video. I didn't take you just any tree, man. I took you to the biggest tree in Tennessee in 2019, dude. And so you have to think, that tree is so deeply rooted in its purpose, so deeply rooted in its position, right? It is firm in the ground. It ain't going nowhere except by the permission of Allah. And that's what your intentions and your desires and your whys should be, man. They should be so deep that you don't need motivation, all right? You have to think about your painful whys and your inspirational whys, right? Today we took you to a $1.5 million house, right? For a lot of us, that's very inspirational. And so that is one aspect. And another aspect is the painful inspiration or the painful whys. And so I hope it's clear by now, guys, what exactly you need to do, the formula, the process, the strategy that you need to implement in your life on a daily basis, man, so that you don't have to rely on motivation. So let's go over it again. Number one, ask yourself, is that what you really want? Are you just being influenced by other people? That's number one. Once you figure out if in fact you really want that, you need to get out a piece of paper and a pen or a laptop or a phone, however you like to do it, and jot down as many reasons why that is going to benefit your life if in fact you accomplish that result. In addition to that, you need to write down as many whys as you can possibly imagine and think about of what are the consequences, man, if you don't pursue this desire, if you don't pursue this result and this outcome of your life. What are all the negative consequences from that choice? And then another way is, once you actually figure out the positives and the negatives, is actually try to touch them, get physically attached to them. You've already gotten emotionally attached with them, to them, because you wrote them down. You have an emotional attachment. But now you need to get a physical attachment if you can. So for instance, if it's a house, if it's a car, if it's this type of lifestyle, do your best to touch it. Get actually involved in the dream, like I did today at the house. Or the negatives. Go to a hospice, right? Go to a hospice facility and see people on a deathbed, right? Go to a hospital. Go to a retirement home. Go to these different places, man, and figure out and realize, dude, if I don't take action now, that could be my future, man. So you actually are emotionally and physically motivated, quote unquote, driven, moved by the things that you want in your life, all right? I hope that's been valuable to you. If so, drop your boy a like down below, because it truly does help the channel. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe and hit that notifications bell, because your boy's dropping 2 new videos every single week, every Monday and every Thursday, plus 2 new live streams as well. And you don't want to miss it, inshallah. With that being said, Jazakallah khairan, Barakatuhu fikum. Again, guys, hit that first link if you want to pick up some amazing merch like what I'm rocking right now. Support the channel, change your mindset, get after it, bro. Stop stressing yesterday, stop fearing tomorrow. That's a lot of words. Make today great, and I'll see you in that next one. As-Salaamu Alaykum Wa Rahmatullahi, MTG Nation, what's happening, man? Josh here, back with another video. Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to discuss a topic that I get questioned all of the time, and that is, bro, As-Salaamu Alaykum, are you a Salafi Wahhabi Muslim? And today I want to address that, because